What's up, guys? Today we are going to be talking about Black Myth Wukong, okay? Now, I haven't beaten the game, but I think something that I may just start doing is describing or going over like the first 15 minutes of a new game that I'm playing. And I bought this game. They said it wasn't going to be like, the Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Elden Ring, and all that, and they lied. That's correct. And they very much lied. This is Dark Souls except Monkey Edition. Okay, now, let me just be perfectly clear in saying this, if you all didn't catch it in the beginning, that I'm in like maybe a few hours into the game, okay? This is not like a review of the game. This is more of a preview. This is more of a, hey, this is my first experience with this game. And from, playing the game for as long as I did, I think it was a few hours if I'm not mistaken, I got through a few bosses. That first boss, bro, the baby guy, and I know he's not even a boss, but this dude is ridiculous. And I have gripes about the game thus far, as far as the camera. Camera has killed me a handful of times. There are certain things about the game that I despise, just right off the bat. When it comes to the skill tree, from what I've seen, and this obviously can change upon me, completing the game and beating it and seeing, oh, look at all the stances, and this drastically changes the style of the game. But from the reviews that I've seen, the stances don't really drastically change the style of the game. So what you get, monkey see, monkey do, what you see is what you're gonna get. And I'm not really happy. So one of the things that irritates me is the skill tree. Now, I'm used to a skill tree where have new skills. That's what I'm used to the skill tree, right? You extend maybe a combo. Maybe you get different delayed attacks. Maybe, something different that you get to do with, the skill tree. This skill tree happens to be, I would say, like an example emblematic of modern gaming skill trees, which is they're not really skills, they're just buffs, right? They're just little passive buffs. There's like, hey, upon your third attack, it does more damage. There is a skill or an unlock, whatever you want to call it, that had me so irate I couldn't believe it was there. And it's the fact that there's a skill where you unlock it, now your light attack, now it hits someone, covers more distance. And I'm like, are you really nickel and diming me over the range that my light attack actually attack someone? That's something that I have to unlock. There's another one, just absolutely useless, pointless to be a skill other than to pad the game. Another one, whereas you have to unlock to be able to charge while you're running, right? To charge your staff. You're telling me I have to spend currency, and there's only one currency, right? So you have all these skills, all these options, not really, but you have all these options that the game makes you think you have to upgrade, but you only have one currency to upgrade it. Okay, fine. But you want to tell me that I have to upgrade, spend hard-earned currency that I've gotten in order to charge my staff while running? I'm sorry, that's stupid to me. That's bona fide lazy game design. That's retarded. That's just me. Okay, you guys may think, oh, this is how the games work. This is the genre game. This is awesome, Lucas. You don't know what you're talking about. By all means, right? I may not know what I'm talking about. I'm just coming from my experience. I've beaten Bloodborne. I've beaten Elden Ring. I haven't gotten to the DLC yet because I know that's going to ruin my life. I've played Dark Souls. I've beaten Dark Souls. I've beaten Demon Souls. I play these games. I know what I'm in for, right? I know what I'm in for. I'm not going in there and say, oh, this is too hard. It's not what I'm saying, okay? It's not what I'm saying. But this game, they want you to play how they want you to play. It's not like Elden Ring or any of the Dark Souls or Demon Souls or anything where it's like, hey, you can, there's versatility in how you play. You want to use a shield? You can build it up. You want to use magic? You can do that. You want to use melee? You can do that. This is very much you dodge, okay? That's it. You dodge, and then the dodge, the only way you can attack someone is obviously through melee, but you have this magic. So upon you dodging, you get extra focus. You use the focus to build up the magic that you're allowed to use. But the magic that builds up, from what, if I recall correctly, like that's on a timer. So it naturally replenishes over time. So it's like, what? And the dodge, from an animation perspective, it is so unsatisfying to dodge. It's a cool little sound when you get it when you dodge, but it's like the after image, I don't get anything from that. There's nothing cool about the dodge. I'm not really impressed with the animation of this game, from an animation perspective. I think the graphics are amazing. The graphics, it seems that they put a whole bunch of the money in the graphics. When it comes to the bosses, I think the animation for the bosses are great. I think it's very interesting how some bosses can be extremely difficult and other main bosses are just like, this is a walk in the park. But like I said, the skill tree is something that really irritated me just extremely, where it's nothing but passive buffs, where it's like, hey, you get extra health back, or hey, you get extra damage here. There's not actual any skills, and I guess that's where the stances come into play, and that's where you transforming into, you know, an enemy that you beat. But I'm just like, that doesn't really change the, you know, this game from being just a Dark Souls or an Elden Ring, but with a monkey. That's all this is. And you know what? Like I said, this is my early experience with the game, and it can absolutely change later on once I beat the game, and God be willing it does. But right now, I feel this game is completely overhyped. I think gamers have become either they dumbed down, okay? We've been dumbed down to believe that this is, oh my God, this is great. Or this is more of a, you know, well, at least it's not some woke, you know, SJW, you know, I forgot what it's called, Sweet Baby Inc. type of game, okay? And that's why it's so great. And I'm like, both of those stances are stupid. Both of those stances are dumb because it doesn't benefit the player. Just because it doesn't have Sweet Baby Inc. on it doesn't make it an automatic W. That's the same thing with Stellar Blade, right? Just because you have, you know, a scantily clad woman doesn't make it an automatic W. So it's the same thing with the Descendant, the first Descendant. People were talking about, oh yeah, look at this. This is what games are all about. Look at this. It's a girl and she has a female body and she got boobs and stuff. I'm like, and the game is trash. So now what? What do you get with that? So I'm not saying that this game is trash. I'm saying that it's definitely high, you know, production quality, but this isn't, I don't know, this isn't the experience that I expected, okay? People were telling me, hey, this isn't Dark Souls, this isn't Demon Souls. Yeah, in many regards it's not. It's more forgiving in some cases, but in many regards it very much is. It's just a monkey, you know, an Elden Ring. That's what I'm getting out of it right now with my limited experience with the game. Will that change later on? I hope it does, but if it doesn't, well, you know, I guess they got me again, bruh. It got me again. I think that skill tree is that is an affront to gamers everywhere as far as I'm concerned, because I think it's just like, this is useless. But once again, that's my take. Maybe you guys enjoy it, or maybe you guys agree, or maybe you guys disagree and you absolutely hate the game. Regardless, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, guys, keep animating.